Hey everyone, so in this video we'll solve this LeetCode problem. This is in this SQL 50 series, this is the eighth one. So we'll see what is the table. So they given two tables, one is visits and after the transactions. Visit has two columns, visit ID and customer ID. Transaction has three columns, transaction ID, visit ID and amount. And so what is the condition they given? So they given this sample data set also. So the condition is like they want to find a solution, the customers who visited and but didn't make any transactions. It's like there are two tables, one is customer table and another one is like visits table and transaction table. So ultimately we have the customers, so they go for a visit and they do some transactions. In this entire data, from this entire data, they what is the question they're expecting is they want the data like the customers who visit but didn't make any transactions, like the customers who enter into the mall or supermarket but didn't buy anything. So they need that data. So how are you going to solve it? So in this way they're asking. And here obviously we have to do some joins because we want to get based on one condition, actually based on we need to understand transaction ID also. So whether this is null or not, so my logic is like customer ID is there, so they given the explanation also. Customer ID 23 is there, he visited, visiting ID is 1, so 1 is here. So that means he done the transaction. Here you can see, so that means the person, the customer who has a visiting ID of 1, that is nothing but customer 23. So he did one transaction, so that's why we don't need to give his data because he already done the transaction, right? So they are expecting the people who didn't done the transaction. So that data they are expecting. 23 is done, 9 is 2, so 2 is here, it's done. So then 30 is there, so 30 you don't have any. 30 has 4, 4 is not there in the visiting ID who did the transaction, so that means that's why 30 is here. Then after that 54 is 5, 4, 5 is here. And 96 is has 6, 6 is not here, so that's why. Then after that got 54, 7, 7 is not here, that's why 54 has 1. And again 54 is 8, 8 is not there, that's why 2. So 54 has 2 and 30 has 1 and 96 has 1. Here they are expecting the count, not the IDs or anything. So okay, so let's see. So first ultimately we have to do select because we need this data. So what data we want? From the visits table we want the customer visits dot customer ID we want, that is what output they're expecting. So customer ID, we'll put this customer ID. Then what we want the count actually, so numbers, not this digits. Okay, so IDs. So that's why we use this function which is known as count. And in this count what we want, so we want the visits uh, dot visit ID only. So we are expecting the visit ID, right? So that in this way also you can see, so 7, 8 is not there, that's why that count we need. So 30 is there, 30 has 4, 4 is not here, that count we need. So that's why we are taking this one only. Okay, visit dot visit ID. Okay, and also they given it as, they given the name as count underscore number of transactions, so we can't, so we have to use in this format only. Okay, from where? From this table, from this table. And which is left join of what table? Transactions. On what condition? Visits dot visit id equal to transactions dot visit id, so that is the condition. Dot visit id equal to, we need to do transaction dot visit id. Okay, transaction dot visit id, if this condition is equal to, and also there is one more condition is there. So um, where this one is, they want, they don't want the matched one. Okay, so they want the unmatched one. So that means where transactions id is null. Okay, transactions. I think transaction dot transaction ID is null. We have to group by visits dot customer ID. Sorry, visits dot visit ID. Visit dot visit ID. We have to do. Okay. Let's see whether it's successful or not. Okay, transaction dot. Okay. This one I did a mistake. So it's transaction dot transaction ID, right? Uh, let's run this. This one is a bit tricky one, so it's not a straightforward. Okay, so I think it's not a transaction dot transaction ID. Okay. Here you can see it's group by visit. So here we got the outcome as this. So this is perfect. But I think instead of okay, here you can see the same thing. So what mistake we made? Transaction or transaction ID only, right? Or transaction dot transaction ID or visits or visit ID is null. Visit or visit ID where this condition is satisfied, and of course transaction ID, transaction underscore ID is sorry, it's null or not null. We have to check this condition. This okay, this is null only. Group by, we have to group by based on what? Visits dot visit ID. Why this one is a different one? So customer dot customer ID. This one is has to be true. So here we got this some minute mistake we made, because of that we're unable to solve. Customer ID is true. Group by order by means ascending order will come. Transactions dot transaction ID is null. What? Then we have to do it by customer ID. Yeah, that's it. Actually, we have to group by based on the customer ID, right? So not on the uh, so transaction ID. So that's the mistake we made. So that's it. We have to group based on the customers. Yeah, got it. So that's why we got that error here. That's it. If you submit this, it will be sorted. hmm Yeah, that's it, guys. In this way, we solve this problem. So just in case if you unable to find the answer, you have to do some manipulation. Obviously, we know what are the possibilities it will come. So just do some trial and errors, you'll get to know. So okay, so ultimately we can define the logic sometimes, so you anyways knows, okay, by seeing the output, by running the output, you can get the results. Okay, by observing that, you'll get to know, okay, what kind of modifications I have to do so that it will work fine. So in that way you can do some trial and error so that you'll get the solution. Okay, so I hope you like this solution. So we'll see the next things. Thank you.